So GitHub is open source where we can install and execute. So before that, what you must to do? So you must to know some of basic commands in Git. For interview purpose also, very important commands we have. So nearly 10 to 15 commands we have. You must write in book and you must remember those commands. We will execute those commands in your laptop. So before that, can you make a note, list of commands, make a heading and make a note. Okay. So the first thing, Git, first topic, Git commands. Put the heading, Git commands. Okay. No, no. Git space, clone space, repository name. Okay. Purpose is to clone the remote repository. This space status to check and status.
Sir, it is case sensitive or not, sir? Sir,
Yes?
Git is case sensitive or not?
No, no, not required. Only small letters you need to do. Only small letters. So these all are concepts, ma. So it have important as well as some examples I will give. That's why I didn't written the purpose. These all are concept wise I'll explain. Okay. Can you make a note? These comments. Let me know once you're done. Very, very important questions for interview level. In Git, they'll ask two concepts, either branching strategy or they'll ask you commands.
Yes, sir. Complete.
Okay, sir. So now what
So,
to do is
sir, wait 2 minutes. I'm
sure,
writing.
sure. No, 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 no,
Give me 2 minutes.
no, no. Can I go ahead, sir?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you share anybody one person? Can you share the screen, ma? We have to create account. Can you share anyone? Any one person? Can you share your screen, ma? Who is going to share the screen? Let me know. I'll give the access to you. We need to create account. Anyone? Ramesh?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, Devendra.
Yes.
I'll provide you access.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Devendra. I given. Can you share, ma?
Yes, I'm going to share.
Yes, please share the screen, boss.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I hope you're able to see my screen. See my screen.
Not yet. No, ma. You're not able to see. Can anyone? Devendra? Not able to see.
Sir, I'm trying to share, sir, but
Okay. Ramesh, I will share. Okay, ma. I'll provide you access, ma. Yes, ma. You can share. You can share the screen, ma. I given. Hello, able to hear you? Yes, yes, I told you to share the screen, ma. I provided the access. Can you check now, ma? I provided access. I'm not sure why it is not came. Yes, now I can see, ma. Okay. Yes, now I can see, ma. Okay, can you open the GitHub? Okay, we need to create the new account, ma. So I think you have already. We need to create new. So create better new account, ma. Can you sign out? We'll create new one. Okay, ma. Sign up. Sign up. Click on sign up. Okay. Your username. Any name. Any name fine. Any name fine. Sir, that email ID already used, sir. You can use some other email ID. Great. It taken. Yes, yes. That is working email ID, right? Ramesh? Yeah. You can verify, ma. Ramesh. Last one you click. Last one. Last one. Yes. The same symbol you press in the here. Left side. Yes. The same symbol you press in. Yeah. Create account. Can you create account? Okay. Very good. Uh, your wish. Okay. Now here, ma. Slowly down. You no need to select any role, ma. Directly come down. You not require this page. Down. Skip this one. Last one. Last option. Skip is there. Okay. Complete setup. Do that. Complete setup, ma. Perfect. Now it is asking Git. They will share you one email to your address, ma. Email address. Go to your email address and verify the email ID. Go to email. Log into the Gmail which you given here. Log into that Gmail ID ram.rocks1433. Open Gmail. Next tab. Open and verify your Gmail ID. Log into Gmail. Verify it. Okay. Can you please uh, validate that email ID, ma? Okay, here directly you can get here. Yes, or sometimes you can get it in that promotion. Sometimes click there. Verify Gmail ID, ma. Verify. Yes, verify. That's it, ma. Your verification is done. Now you can access your your GitHub account. No, no, no. Don't modify anything, Ramesh. Refresh the browser. Click on that left side symbol, Git symbol, left side. No, no, above. Yeah, click that. Check the Gmail. Don't send multiple times. Why you need verification multiple times? You go to Git Gmail ID. Gmail ID. Gmail left side already open, sir.
Gmail open Telugu.
Gmail you opened already. Left side only. That Gmail I'm asking. You just approve that validation. That's it. Once you approve, you can get the page. Go down. Down. There is one more mail you sent, right? Yeah. Second one you need to do. You sent multiple times. That's why. Only one time you need to send verification. Don't do multiple times, sir. They'll block one day your account. Okay. That's it, ma. I hope people will create it. I hope people created account.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
can you create account? Once you created account, you can get GitHub page, ma. Hope everyone created. Let me know if you are facing any issues. Go to Gmail, then verify. One time only you have to send the code. Multiple times don't send. Yes, I can see the response from people. They created it. Okay, very good. So what I'll do, that verify. Last one you try. Just now you received an email, right, Ramesh? That last one. You click that one. Yes. Yes. Now you can. He validated the Gmail ID. Go down slowly. I'll tell you what you need to click. Your email is validated. Okay, down. Skip skip this for now. Skip, not required this collaboration and all. Okay, this is the page. Initially you will get, ma. This is the page. I hope everyone created. Sir, requesting everyone, please write the password in book. You might be forget the password. Every day we need that password. Better somewhere in your notebook only you write that password. So multiple passwords you are going to create. I'm requesting everyone one standard password you create now only. Something like, let's say myself Ajay. Ajay at the rate 123. Ajay at the rate 1990. Ajay at the rate 2000. Something like that. So one capital letter, small letter, special character, and numeric. Like that format, you create one standard password for complete DevOps. So let's say DevOps at the rate 2021. Something like that. Okay, Dev capital letter. Only one password you can maintain AWS, Azure, everything. So that is easiest method to remember the password. Okay. So now next thing is first concept. Note down in the book. Note down repository, repository, repository. 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 Okay. Note down the question. I'll explain that concept how this will work. Okay. Very 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 important. Okay. Let me explain. Basically, you need to understand what purpose repository is required. Let me explain that. Later, I'll give time to write. Okay. Now basically why repository is required is in repository developers they are going to create the repositories and they are maintaining the source code inside the repository. So what type of source code they will maintain, I'll tell you. So now here consider this is my repository. So what purpose I am maintaining this repository is first thing to store the source code for each commit or change. Git will generate the commit ID based on commit ID. Track the source code changes. Also, Git provide you branches based on requirements we use to create the number of branches. If while adding or deleting, Git will ask user details like user name, number, password. Based on user details, we can track changes in source code for each matching Git request. Once our request approved by the reviewer, you can actually this only create the defaultly master branch will create. You can call it as branch. Make a note, guys. I'll explain. Make a note these points.
Not as
Completed, sir? Completed?
no, sir.
Yes,
No,
sir.
no, no, sir.
Okay, please write. Yes, completed. Okay. So please try to understand what exactly your repository will do, why it is required. So basically, one thing you remember here, 80 percentage of work, 80 percentage of work, 80 percentage of work, Git and Maven taking care by your development team. Okay. Your development team will be take care 80 percentage of work. The rest 20% only we are taking care. So what you must be understand in your Jenkins, let's suppose the build is failing, what reason it is failing. To understanding that kind of things, you must remember what is Git, what is Maven, what are the topics available in Git and Maven. For this scenario, I'll explain how Git will work, what are the concepts are available. So the first concept is repository. What purpose we are using this repository? Basically, repository is a storage device. Here, you are going to store your data, but it is not similar to your hard disk. In your hard disk also you can store the data, but the problem is in your hard disk, let's suppose we have 30 people. I can see in the meeting, around meeting, 33 people are working in one repository. Let's suppose some people, some people, let's suppose 15 people, they developed some code. By end of the evening, before they are leaving the office, they are going to push the changes that code into repository. Here, let's suppose here somebody developed, and before they are leaving, somebody they added code like this, and then they left from the office. What happened is tomorrow, once they came office, they will open the repository. They will see the changes which they made yesterday. But the thing is here, tonight consider your US team, on-site team people, what they did is they modified some code from your repository. Yesterday, before you are leaving office, before you are leaving office, you tested that code, it was working fine. After that, somebody modified the code. After modification, the code have issues. So that time, what I'll do, very simple. I'll go to history. In history, I can see the email ID of the candidate who modified my source code and what time he modified, what is the tracking ID, and what is the difference between yesterday file and today file. Complete data your Git will provide. That's why it's a version tracking tool or version control system tool. Version control is different. Basically in Git repository, you are going to maintain the different branches. So each branch you are maintaining versioning. I'll tell you later branching strategy. There I'll explain the versioning. Forget as of now. You just try to understand. Repository basically we are maintaining the source code Under the source code, we are going to create couple of files. We are going to push the changes into the repository. Every time when we do the modifications or we are adding some source code, Git will generate the commit ID. That commit ID purpose is to track the history. Using that commit ID, you can track the history. And also, every time, whenever you are pushing, you need to specify some message. That message is something like, I'm adding this code, I'm deleting this code, something like that you need to give. When you give such kind of messages, you can track easily in Git repository. And also in Git, we are maintaining approval state. Approval state is nothing but, let's suppose Git by default, when they created the repository, by default, one branch they given. That branch name is master. Please remember, branch is nothing but subfolder. Simple, sir. This is my laptop, sir. In this laptop, initially, when I bought, they given simply 500 GB memory. That 500 GB, what I did is, I divided, or 1 TB. I divided into two different drivers. One is for my laptop related softwares. One is for my personal data here. Okay, personal data. So that means what I'm trying to explain here, why I'm going to specify into different drivers, because easy to recognize the data. The same way, when I open the repository, inside the repository, we have subfolders. That subfolders, why we required is, based on the subfolders, the technical word is branches. In Git, we are calling as the branches, not a folder, but it is a folder only. Okay. So in Git, we are maintaining the branches. Under the branches, we are going to store the source code. And here, basically, when you are going to store the source code, when you are going to merge the source code, merging is nothing but combining the code from one branch to another branch. There is a separate concept of merging. I'll explain later. But please remember, merging is nothing but combining the data. For that combining, we need manager or technical lead approval. That is a pull request. Pull request have separate topic. Okay. So each topic I'll explain separately. Okay. You just need to understand that complete work you are going to do inside your repository. So the repository, you are maintaining the branches, you are going to do merging, and you are maintaining the user data, everything. And also you can integrate this Git into different tools also. That means, let's suppose I have a Jenkins. I just wanted to integrate Jenkins with Git. So I can integrate Jenkins with Git. Now here, the thing is here, credentials are required. Credentials are required for each and every time, because in GitHub you are using, right? In GitHub, they are maintaining the data very securely. Let's suppose in Git repositories, in GitHub, there is a username. There is a username. Let's suppose, let me log in into my account. So there we have username here. So now this is one repository. So this is my account. So my account have separate email ID, separate password, and username also we have. So this is my username. So using this username, I'm going to work in repository. Every time consider this is known as the remote repository. Remote repository is located in your GitHub portal. What exactly you are trying to do here? You are just opened one account here. Okay. Using that account, you are going to store some data. That data you can store using the Git commands. And also here, every time you need to maintain properties is not your passwords. All your passwords should be maintained here. Okay, security. That security passwords you need to maintain. And one more thing here, when you open the profile, there will be a username. That username is required whenever you do the some changes. Let's suppose this is my desktop. From desktop, I want to push some source code. Then definitely your Git will ask you enter your username and password. So that means every time when you are doing the some modification in the code, automatically your Git will ask you enter your username and password. Let's suppose, let's suppose, okay, here when you got opportunity, you are working in some company, you can store your own data. Own data is nothing but you written some code, ma. You written some code, okay. So that data also you can maintain here. So there is different ways to maintain the data. So here you can store the data in repository access, or there is some pages are available in Google. You can publish your code. You can publish your code into other people also. Let's suppose there is a one page, we can call it as Medium. So you can see I also developed something. So if you search my name in Google, so directly it will redirect into my page, ramanji.devops. So here I written some of the code, some of the files I published into people who need who need that. Let's say somebody required some details, they can see here some of the scripts I written. This is my own page. So you can publish to people. If they required any Terraform or ARM template, so I just published it to people. You can use here. You see, I published one command also last year. So git push origin delete branch name. So this is for deleting repositories, sorry, deleting branches remotely. So this is my page, ma. Let's suppose if you want to create, you can create. Like Git also one repository where you can publish one, or you can follow some of the experts. Let's say some of the community people is there, sir. Let's say I have one doubt, sir. Consider. I just wanted to know. I just went to Google. I gone through some tutorial. Still, I'm not able to get the information. That kind of situations, there is some people who are experts in some technologies. You can reach out to them like this. You see here, this he is the person. When I have the doubts in my some technology, Jupyter Hub application, I just messaged him, and then I'm following this guy page. So here, some of the things he implemented Kubernetes with the Jupyter Hub application. So when I got the opportunity to work with Jupyter Hub in Kubernetes, I just gone through this guy page. I just gone through here some of the people they uploaded the source code. You can read these things also. So what I'm trying to explain is Git repository you can use multiple ways. Either you can use for storing the your project data, or you can write your own code and you can distribute into people, or you can publish into people. Different methods you can use. And one thing, when you are going to publish, you must give the public repository. That means make it at the public, so that people can see the data which you uploaded into repository. So this is about public. When it comes to the private, under the private, you are going to use private for only your project specific data. There you can create your own data. Let's suppose I want to create repository. So click on new. Repository name is some test repo. Okay, test repo. So here, which one you want, public or private? As of now, public. Click create repository. That's it. Your repository is ready. This is your repository. So this is your repository URL. So you can take this URL and then you can download this repository. I'll tell you one thing here, ma. Here, basically, in repository, we cannot add code directly like this. Right click on it. We can add the files. So that for that we need two things, ma. Please consider this is known as the remote repository. This is known as your local. You can call it as the local desktop. But communication, how it will happen from here to here? There will be a client. That client is Git Bash. Yesterday you installed one software, right? That software is a communicator between communicator between your local desktop as well as your client. So your client is Git repository. This is your client remote repository. To connect this, we need Git bash. So that is the reason. Basically, take this repository URL. So to copy this URL, here one button is there, copy. Then go to desktop. So here, create a folder, download that repository. To download that repository, you just need to open that folder, right click, Git bash here. So why I'm opened here is because let's suppose if I give right click in this folder, then it will open directly this folder. Got it? Now what I need to do, I need to download repository. For that, git space clone space repository URL. There is a first command we have. What purpose you are using that repository cloning clone command? So the purpose of clone command is to clone the remote repository. You see here, what is your remote repository located backend? Test repo. Test repo is created. You see here, what is your repository name? Test repo. Hope you understand, sir. Clear? So the remote repository, whatever you have, I just downloaded into locally here. Okay. So here what I need to do, let's say double click here. Let's say I am not developer, guys. I'm not developer. In Google, I downloaded some code. So that code is located in some code here I have. So this is dummy code I downloaded from internet. I'm just copying some dummy code, copy, and then I'm going to add in my repository. So here I just added. You see here, I added some files, right? But I did not develop these things. I copied some outside. So one thing you need to remember. So currently you are located in new folder. So run ls command. I'll tell you Linux commands also next class. Run ls commands. Here you have test repo. You created cd test repo. Let's suppose if you run the ls command. So pom.xml src target folder. You see left side. Pom.xml src. Same files here it is showing. Now you run the command git space status. The purpose of the command is to check the untracked files. You see here, when you run the git status, it will show you untracked files. Boss, you have this red color are untracked. Okay, and you should do git add command and file names. So here multiple files I have. One by one you can give like git space add space file name. You can give pom.xml something like that. Instead of giving one by one, simply run this star. Star is nothing but select all. Enter. You added. Okay, you added all the things. Now what you need to do, git commit -m double quote message adding some data. Guys, this is just I'm giving a demo about this concept. You no need to worry. Next class, slowly I'll execute in your laptop. Okay, try to understand the concept. I just committed the changes. Finally, git push origin master. So let me explain you how it will work. Give me some time. So I'm just taking my username. It is asking username. I told you, right? When you do some changes, it must ask the username and password. It will expect. Enter. That's it. So now your repository is created and then you committed the source code. Now browser, go and refresh. Yes, you see, sir, same data here we have. Same data here we have. Okay, same data. You can see here, right side. What time he modified? 41 seconds ago. And what is the commit here? He is the person. Why Dinesh it is showing? Because I'm using the laptop. Here Dinesh laptop. Here you see username. That's why the person name it is showing as the Dinesh. Okay, na? And this is the one commit ID. Okay. Here you see what are the changes he made. Got my point, sir? So complete history you can get it from here. Okay. Let's suppose tomorrow I deleted. For a deletion also, it will ask you same comments. Same here, it will show you commits. Only one commit today. Tomorrow, if I do multiple commits, again it will show you. Okay, na? So what I am trying to explain, for each and everything, it will generate the history. You see, what are the commands I added? First, clone, and then clone, git status, git add, git commit, git push. So that is the reason I given each command and purpose. So those commands you should use as per your requirement. So this is the concept of how to push the code into the repository. Okay, na? Clear, guys? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear, ma?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute, ma. 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Yes. Can you please ask me any questions? Okay. Here, what I did, I'll just revise the things. I given some list of commands, ma. What purpose that commands I given is those commands we are using for to get the data, like cloning the repository, and then how to use that code when you do the clone, and then how to add some changes, how to check the status. All these things I just explained. So here I just explained the list of commands. Each command have separate purpose. So those commands one by one you need to understand. So I just executed few commands: git clone, git commit, git push, and then git add and git push command I used. So using those commands, I just created repository and clone repository, added some changes. Any questions you just ask me, I'll help you. Yes. Yeah. No, sir. Whatever I copied, everything provided by your dev team, sir. Your development team will be take care that work. You are not responsible for doing the development. You never do the modifications in the code. That is completely taken care by your developer. Exactly. Correct, ma. Okay, na? Clear, sir? Okay, ma. So yesterday one more guy placed, guys, 3 years experience. This is the 3 years experience guy. So I only created this resume. So it's, I mean, looks very good. I mean, 3 years experience guy. I just given one project for this guy, two projects. So he got even. I am also still in shocking. I don't know how they given this much package. 11.5 they given for 3 years. Current CTC he given 6 lakh. I asked only 11 lakh, but she given 11.5. And joining bonus also 50,000 she given. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Great to
continue
hear, sir.
next week. Thank you, sir.
Captain.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.